Well, hello guys, welcome back. Loki's happy. Loki has a new toy. The female from the graveyard called me back, and this time instead of being nice, she got awful belligerent and started screaming at me. Basically, it was a high-pressure sales call is what all this worked out to. And I said, I'm just not interested. And she's screaming at me, what about flowers? What about a plaque? What about this? I said, ma'am, I'm sorry, but this sounds like a high-pressured sales call, and I'm not interested. Thank you for your time, and I hung up on her. And she was absolutely screaming at me. She was like off the charts angry that I wasn't going to do this thing that she wanted me to do. And Loki, of course, doesn't like it when people scream at you. So he looked at me and I'm like, fine, go ahead. So he's off having a squeaky toy and seeing what he can do. And it was not, me sicking Loki on somebody. It was just, for whatever reason, this woman decided to take her bad day and her lack of sales out on me. And to scream at me and to demand I let her do this. And I had even looked at Loki because she was backing me into a corner. And I looked at Loki and Loki's like, no, mm-mm, mm-mm. So, I don't care. What's the worst they can do? If they really wanted to get snotty, they could just claim my grave and say I don't have a right to it because I didn't sign a paper. And I'm like, that doesn't even make any sense, because what if I had died in between time? What would you have done? Dug me up and threw me out? No, it was just a sales call. So, that happened, and Loki has a new toy to play with. Because he doesn't appreciate belligerent people. He doesn't appreciate people that scream and shout. And we're just taking it easy. And it was just funny because she went off the charts angry and she was screaming at me. Absolutely screaming at the top of her lungs about what about flowers and what about this and what about that. I didn't want any of this stuff. It wasn't about my parents at all. She didn't care about my parents. She cared about selling me something. I said, no, we're not doing this. I don't care. So, for now, I'll leave the grave and everything as it is, but after I've thought about it for a while, I may or may not just sell the property back to them and tell my lawyer, you know what? Get me cremated, scatter my ashes somewhere. I'm not dealing with it. I'm not dealing with it. Don't, because this particular graveyard association is really bad. They will do this. They have these high pressure sales tactics that they'll just scream and they'll demand that if you don't have the money, you could sell something. You have to get it now. You have to get it now. They're really high pressured salespeople, and that pisses me off. I was in sales for decades, and I know that usually pisses customers off. Nobody likes somebody to run over to them and scream, you have to buy this now. That doesn't work. So, I don't think I'll be dealing with that greater. Especially if I would move. I'd be like, I'm not going to be transported back to be buried there. My parents, again, have never been like, oh, you must be buried in the family plot. It's so important. No. Mm-mm. In fact, my family's so dysfunctional. It's just my parents together and me. We don't even know where my brother is. And we don't even know where the rest of the family is. The rest of the family's separate. So that gives you an idea of how well the family gets along. So I'll just be carrying the tradition on by not being buried in the same graveyard. It's nothing against my family. It's just I don't care to be buried. It's not a big deal to me. So yeah, guys. That's what happened with that. And Loki's off. See what fun he can have because he didn't appreciate it. They did this to us when my father died. They were really belligerent. The guy that dealt with us tried to be nice, but in the end he was belligerent. And when my mother died, they were nice, but in the end they got belligerent because I hadn't bought enough. I didn't have enough money. And they're really belligerent, nasty people is what they are. I hope one day the zombie uprising comes and get bit in the ass. So, I don't like these people. I'm like, why would I want to be buried for all eternity in their graveyard? I wouldn't, so we shall see. So, I know that wasn't anything about much anything, but Loki got a squeaky toy out of it, a human squeaky toy, so there you go. Loki's happy. He will do that. And again, it's nothing I can pick out. It's nothing I can say, I want you to go do something to this person. I didn't even volunteer him. But he volunteered himself. He's like, I'm gonna go have that. And I'm like, okay, go ahead, go have fun. So I don't know what will happen. It's not like I will find out, but probably something that they wish to hide will come to light. And more's the pity to them. So, you know, just have a good weekend. We're having fun. Loki's off having a squeaky toy. And I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.